Hi friends, welcome once again. We are on the last leg of our tour of Greece. So this is going to be a 3-day tour of Rhodes, including a 1-day tour of the scenic SYMI island. So come on, join me. We landed in Athens within 30 minutes. Then there was a long layover of 4 hours. Our next flight was from Athens to Rhodes, just a 40-minute flight. We landed in Rhodes and drove to our hotel, Sun Beach Resort. We had dinner and checked in our rooms. It wasn't just a bedroom as usual. We were excited to have a furnished kitchenette, dining table and chairs, as well as a living room. Of course, we were not going to use them, but they did feel good. Then a word about our bathroom. It had the luxury of a bathtub. That was a day of zero sightseeing. We hit the bed. Next day, we had a hearty breakfast and got ready for the day's program. On our first day in Rhodes, we were going to visit the nearby island of SYMI. We were taking a fast ferry from Rhodes to SYMI, which would take a little more than an hour. SYMI is said to have been inhabited since prehistoric times. It is said that it has taken part in the Trojan War. In 1912, Italians took command over SYMI Island, and this lasted for 30 years. The locals were not happy and started leaving. Its population was 22,500 at the end of the 19th century. In 2023, it was just 2,500. The beaches here have crystal clear water, perfect for swimming and snorkeling. SYMI shrimps are world famous. The main contributors to the economy of SYMI are shipbuilding and the sponge industries. SYMI is now a big tourist attraction. With the development of tourism, water was not enough, as on the other islands too. Water was transported on water ships, but it was pretty expensive. In recent times, SYMI is one of the islands allotted a desalination plant for drinking water. The entrance of the horseshoe-shaped port has a clock tower. We started walking. Quaint shops, souvenir shops, and small restaurants lined the place. Our guide, Christella, gave us lots of information about the place. We had the walkie-talkie, and so we could hear her. SYMI is a mountainous region comprising the harbor town of SYMI and its adjacent upper town. The harbor side is quaint and it is called Yalos. We had a wonderful group picture clicked at this picturesque spot. Yalos, the lower town, and Horio, the upper town, are connected by a fleet of stairs, some 500 steps, and this is called Kalia Strata. SYMI Island is famous for the sponge industry. Our guide took us to one of the big shops and explained in detail about the sponge industry. The first Greeks indulging in sponge diving were the inhabitants of SYMI Island. They taught other islanders to dive, process, and to trade sponges. Since the Middle Ages, SYMI had the largest sponge diving fleet, some 400, and it really flourished, the biggest in the world. Later, Italians became the rulers and banned sponge diving during the First World War. This led to the decline in the population of SYMI. The shop also sold some exotic jewelry or other artifacts, souvenirs. Next, our group went in 2 smaller vehicles up the hill. What a scenic drive it was! Our cameras went clickety-click almost throughout the drive, and then we decided to put it away and simply gazed at the idyllic beauty. The scenic splendor left us simply speechless. I am going to let you enjoy the scenic beauty of the drive. No words from me. Do enjoy. Fantastic sea views, picturesque town of Horio, medieval style buildings, postcard views. Awesome. We reached our destination and got out of our vehicles. We had lunch at a very exotic Greek restaurant, and this was the best lunch I had ever had in Greece. Even 3-course meal is too much for me, and this was 5 course for the vegetarians. The non-vegetarians had a couple of more dishes. First, we had the Greek salad, then a tasty dip. The next was a typical, interesting Greek item, dolmades or dolmas, stuffed wine leaves with herbs and veggies, fritters, also French fries. I was almost full when came the main dish. Imam Baildi and pilaf. Pilaf is nothing but our Indian pulav. Imam Baildi tastes like a North Indian dish. It is mainly eggplant, that is brinjal, with tomatoes, olive oil, lemon juice, and spices. The combination tasted superb. For dessert, we had kataifi. It's delicious and it's very popular, just like the baklava. Kataifi and baklava use the same phyllo dough. The difference is in the process. Baklava uses sheets of the dough and kataifi uses the shreds. Kataifi looks really inviting with their strands and also rolled up with nuts in the center, soaked in syrup. We visited Panoramitis Monastery. Panoramitis is an important Greek Orthodox pilgrimage site with a Byzantine museum. The 18th century monastery of Archangel Michael has beautiful frescoes. We took a leisurely stroll inside and enjoyed the beautiful sculptures and the frescoes. This monastery has the look of an Italian luxury resort with its white painted columns and balconies facing the sea. The unused rooms are let out on rent, so you can book a room here and enjoy a calm and peaceful stay. That was the church bell. Picturesque place, don't you agree? It was time to board our ferry, bid goodbye to SYMI, and get back to Rhodes.